Hello everyone, welcome back to XML. Today we will talk about XML and CSS, Cascading Style Sheet. Some of you already used Cascading Style Sheet in the past, especially if you took JavaScript class. If you don't know how to use Cascading Style Sheet, that's fine. Today, after this video, you should be able to use Cascading Style Sheet with your XML document. So our objectives for today that we need to create a resume. We will create an XML file, and this file will have some elements, and I would like to position this element somewhere inside my web page. If you look here, I have an image, I have some text. This is my resume. I'm trying to build a resume, so I will just put some stuff, some small elements out of my resume to give you an idea, and then please go ahead and build your own resume. So let's go ahead and take a look at lab number 3. In this lab, you are required to create two files. You will create lab3.xml and lab3.css. So you will basically go to new file, and you will create XML document once. You will call it lab3.xml, and you will create if this is collapsed, you need to expand the new document, and then choose CSS, and then click create, and then call the file lab3.css. Remember that you will need an image. So what I did, I created a folder on my desktop, and in this folder I have lab3.css and lab3.xml and the image that I am using inside my XML file. Try to get a small image. So if I click on this image here, the dimension is 281 by 188. Try to select an image. Maybe if you go to your Facebook account and then get an image of yourself, and make sure that you have an image that is not big. Like if you look at the size of this image here, it is 62 kilobyte. Alright, so now we need 3 files that you need to submit for lab 3. The Cascading Style Sheet file, the XML file, and your picture. So I will go back to Oxygen XML. You will need to build this XML file. So if you look here, this is the opening tag of your XML file, and then you have Cascading Style Sheet file that is blank. First step, you need to link your XML file with your Cascading Style Sheet file, and that's the line or the element that you need to put inside your XML instance in order to link it with your Cascading Style Sheet. Remember, same XML less than question mark XML, and then hyphen style sheet space type equals. If you use Oxygen XML itself, once you open the tag, so let's say I don't have this in here, I will cut it. I will start opening a tag. Let me also remove this, and then, or do you know what, just leave it, and I will go down here, and then I will put question mark, and it is already telling me, would you like to create an XML style sheet? Yes. What is the type? The type is the same type, text / Cascading Style Sheet, and you will need to put the name, but make sure that the name of the Cascading Style Sheet is in the same location with your XML file. So you can link multiple Cascading Style Sheet with one XML file, but for our lab we will just link one Cascading Style Sheet with our XML file. Right, so now for my XML, or for your XML instance for this lab, you will need to create a resume root elements. So your resume root elements has a namespace that has a prefix HTML, and that's the URI for this name space. You will need to add a title. Welcome to my page. That's standard. You don't have to change anything. This is the elements that you will need to embed the image inside your XML file. So if you read chapter or tutorial 5 from the assigned reading, you will be able to figure out that this is the element for adding an image. Basically you are saying that you are using HTML tag and the element is image. Same thing you did in HTML. And then you specify the source, the image name. If it is in the same directory, you don't have to specify a path. And that's the text that appears when you hover on this image. Alright, you need a date element, close open. You need your name. This is optional if you would like to add an extra line. I'm just having this here. I was just trying to use some features of HTML, so I added a line break. And here this is another element that is called information, and inside these elements I have a horizontal line inside my XML instance. I have a description, and in this description I have some text. Also the experiences, I have multiple experiences, one by one are listed here, and then I have another horizontal line, and then the certificates. You can make up certificates. So someone will say, okay, well, I don't have this experience. I need at least 5 experiences and at least 5 certificates. Alright, and description, you can state the description. Maybe you finished high school, you finished any academic degree that you have. You explain it here, and maybe your dream job you point it out here. So just random text in this area. Alright, so that's basically something that you need to build on your own. You need to build this XML file. Alright, now after you build it, if you go to the folder that you created with all of the files in it, and then try to open the XML file by itself, open with Internet Explorer, this is what you get. You will get the image, and you will get the text on top of the image, and nothing is just random. That's not what we need. We need to use cascading style sheet to make this look better. So let's look at the final format. So I already created the cascading style sheet that you need. So I will go here, put my cascading style sheet that I need you to use, save, and then come here, refresh this page. Look at the difference, major difference. Now I positioned my image in the document. I have my title in a different color. I have a bottom border. I have my date positioned on the right, my name, and I have a bulleted list, and I have, this is the description on the right side by itself. So that's what I am expecting you to build. Going back here, so if I take everything from here and just use the first one, so I'm trying to say, please make the color of my XML to be blue. So I will come here, and then asterisk means all of the elements that I have inside the file, and then open close curly brackets, and then I will say here color, and then colon, and you choose your own color. So if you choose make everything olive and then save, or Control S will save as well. Now if I come here and press F5 to refresh, one thing that is applied to the document which is a color of olive. If I come back here and then go to my cascading style sheet, change these to reds, or if you don't even know the name, control space will open what you can choose from. So let's say I would like to make it blue. I will type blue, and it will pop up all of the properties with the letter B. Alright, now control S to save, and then I will come back to my file here, F5. Now the entire XML file is in blue. So now, so that's something that you need to keep in mind. Let's say I would like only to make what? Let's look at the XML file. To make only the title element to appear in blue. So I will go to my cascading style sheet, it change the asterisk to title. It's that simple. And then control S, come back to my file here, and then F5. Alright, so now let's see here what we have. Okay, look, if you make a mistake, title is misspelled, so you need to fix that. Title, and then control S to save. Now go back here and then refresh, F5 one more time. Look at what happened. Only the title is in blue. So basically you come here, look at your XML elements, and then go to your cascading style sheet, type the name of the elements, and specify what kind of properties would you like to apply to this element. It's that simple. It's that simple. Cascading style sheet, one of the easiest topics that we have in this course. And you can use it with HTML as well, and I'm sure some of you already used it before. So now let's go back to our cascading style sheet here. And I will delete everything I have, and then I will return back, and I will apply one more thing. So I will only apply two things. For the entire document, make sure that you display the document as block. If you would like to look at different display options, you select a block and then control space. It will open other things that you can choose from, but for now we will just use block. Then control S, and I will come here, and then I will refresh. When I refresh, look at the difference. Did you see the difference between without specifying a display property and specifying the block as a display property? Now I have all of my elements one by one below each other. Okay, now let's go back here to my oxygen and then add one more thing. So now I need to make sure that the resume here, the resume element, which is the parent element, that the width for this element to be 920, which is the parent element. So all of the elements below it should follow that thing. So now look, before I apply the width 920, look at the text here. The text is just displayed from the beginning all the way to the end. Let's say I need just to make sure that I take only width of 920 pixels of my screen. So now if I refresh F5, look, oh, that's exactly what I needed. I don't want the document to extend very far so the user doesn't have to scroll. Okay, now going back here, let's add one more thing. So now let's say you don't know how to type width 920 pixels. So if you select and then control space and then start typing width, now you get the width here. You double click on it and then colon, and then you specify the width that you need. Okay, let's add one more thing. Okay, alright, now I need to do the following. I need to make sure that the name element has a position of absolute, and from the top it appears at location 0, and from the left it appears at location 0 as well. So I will save and then come back here, refresh. Look what do I have on top. I have, this is the title. Okay, the name is, my name is here. So let's refresh and see what happened. So I pulled my name from here, I positioned it here. That's how you position items inside your document or inside your file. Now let's fix that. We have a problem now. So I will go back here and I will add one more thing. Alright, so now let's see what we need to add for our cascading style sheet. The date elements, I need to position it as absolute, which is allocation absolute to the document. And from the top, I need to display it in a distance 0 from the top and 660 from the left side. So now if I save, now let's look at the date. That's the date. I said position 660 pixels from the left. So I will go all the way until here. But I said display it at position 0 from the top. So it should appear here. So if I press F5, that's exactly what I get. Now I am able to position elements. That's how you use cascading style sheet. Very simple, right? So now let's add something after date. So I will come here and I will do something. I will say for date elements and using the comma, title and the name, make the color olive. So now let's save that, Control S, and then look back here, F5. Name, title, and my name color olive. However, I still have this problem here. I have two things on top of each other. I need to fix it. So I will go back here. Let's add one more. So now for the title, I need to add something new. I need to make sure that the title element only by itself to have a font size of 18 points, the font weight to be bold, and the text align to be center, and I would like to have a bottom border that is 2 pixels and color black. So if I save, go back here, press F5, guess what will happen? What will happen to the title? The title should shift and appear in the middle because I said it should be center. Now if I press F5, whoa. Now let's look at the document now. It is getting better. And it will keep getting better if you know how to use cascading style sheet. Okay, now we'll go back here and let's add one more thing to after the title. So I need to position the image. So we're almost done. So image, position, relative. So now you have absolute and you have relative. Let's try relative first and then I will change it to absolute and I will show you the difference. Make it appear from the top after 15 pixels and from the left side after 330 pixels. So if I save and then come back here, look at the image. The image is displayed after my items that I have here because I choose the block format. So items will appear block after another block. So now I will change that. So I will press F5. Now look, 15 pixels from the top, 330 pixels from the left. Now that's the new position for my image. Alright, now let's add one more thing, something after the image. So someone will ask me, where did you get the image from? Go look at your XML file. Here I have an image, here an image element. That's why I use the image. HTML here is used as the prefix. That's the prefix. Okay, now I will go back here. Let's add something new after the image, which is I will make sure that experiences and certificates appear with bold and color black. So now I will save and look at experiences and certifications. That's the text I am trying to format now. If I press F5, bold and black. Now let's add something new to that. We're almost there, just hold on. Okay, now after that I need to make sure that experience elements. I have multiple elements and multiple certificates. If I look at my XML file, look, I have multiple experiences here. This is the experience elements, and these are the certificates elements. Now I will go back here. I'm saying here experience and certificate, display them as a list, and make sure that you make this list as a square and display it from the inside. Now I will save and then refresh. Look at what I get. I get the bulleted list as a square list. Alright, now let's move this from here and put it somewhere. Okay, so I will come back here and then select everything and put the entire code. Just description, I need to make sure that I position it, give it a width of 300, right, and make the overflow auto and float right, so it will appear on the right of your HTML file, and give it a margin of 20 pixels. So if I save and then come back here and press F5, look what I get. I have a margin of 20 pixels, the width is 300 pixels, and the float is right. So I took it from here, I position it here. That's exactly what I need to do. And after you finish, you need to submit to lab number 3 all of these files. The image, the XML file, and the cascading style sheet. Thank you, and I will see you in a future video tutorial. Thank you. Bye-bye.